Ow. Ow. Hey, we beat him! Electric discharge scroll. Try it out. Oh, cool. I'll just set you right here. Oh, that was great. First fight moves its like whatever. Viking coffee. Delicious. A Viking coffee? Coffee mead with heated coffee mead heated up and added with brown sugar.
Empty.
Now in this game, that'll be something that'll come in handy. Uh-huh, yep. Thought so.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
No. But it was the solution. Wait. That all that was in here? I feel like I got gypped. Oh, barrel. Ooh, lockpicks. Something I can't remember is, do lockpicks disappear after their use in this game, or... My source is muted, chat.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Yep.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
This is the crafting screen. Select or drag items into the crafting slot and hit the combine button.
My.
Valid combinations will be added to your recipe book. Hmm. Oh, that's just a sheet of paper. Gotcha.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work.
Pick a lock and science it? Yeah, I'll have to do that. Hold on a minute.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Understood. Mentioned there was a little accident in the cargo deck. The prisoner's dead.
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
I'm at.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
Charity punch, right? Well, give the Magister a quick salute and report for duty on the good ship.
The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the army here, don't you?
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Sauce. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Sauce spells of yours? See what happens.
You're call great powers building inside you, the ones that command.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Okay, must head over there.
No marks. No indications of a struggle.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Peek in the room and ask what
There's
happened.
been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Ask if you can lend a hand.
Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you no herself. Go ahead. She with the body.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Ask why she's letting you close to the crime scene. For all she knows, I could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Shrug and say, maybe you can. You're a sorcerer after all.
Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Your price is considerably
I
higher
can
than...
hear it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Oh.
Whoever did this is dangerous. It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Sing us a song, I know you can. Be good, you scallywags.
All right, before I actually carry on a little any further, chat. Would y'all consider well, we're going to have a guy who has persuasion, so that's fine. Never mind.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Let's give you my
She
droner.
shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate is she deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If you can decide fates with the dice, ask if you can read the future in a calendar chills as well.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
You don't see why not? Bend your
She
arm.
gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
That's exactly right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Oh boy.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
For some reason, your instinct cries out to salute Ifan, so you do.
Ifan seems amused at the gesture, but he bats your arm down from the salute when the Magister sees what you're doing.
You served?
Tell him indeed you did. You served Lucian.
Me too. A long, long time ago now. Long before Source became reason to leash a man like a dog.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Your favorite feral human. Ask Ifan why the Magister suspects him of murder.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
I remember the last time we played. He reminded me so much, and I don't know why, of Russell Crowe when he was playing Maximus in Gladiator.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Ask Ifan what he did to find himself in mercy of subordinate.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Knows anything about
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
They'd like to meet Alexander. You'd show him exactly what you think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own.
Hey, Viggy. Hello. What class or com am I gonna run this playthrough? I'm playing a magical archer. I believe I'm gonna go with Sybil and Lose. along with Red here.
Never thought you'd end up a
Now,
prison guard.
fair warning, this may not be my first playthrough. I never finished my first because I dropped it and I can't remember I can't remember the story, which is unfortunate.
Like wolves around a
So there's gonna be a lot of stuff I don't remember.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
Yeah, I never finished it, and then I come back and I want to restart to remember all the story. Yeah.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Honor him. Let's see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Yeah, tell him you're quite the wizard in the kitchens. True chef.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Let's take a thumb through one of your holes in your garb and say, these provide cool in summer.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Sure?
The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook and groom, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. Still, beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
Stare him blankly. He thinks you're his what now?
My slave, of course.
Red Prince is awesome.
Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now, shoo!
Is that right? I have a few questions for you. You are Jill, aren't you? I ain't saying nothing. Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to
The
talk.
elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail.
Red Prince is awesome.
He
Yeah.
reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Yeah, the book you're reading any
It
good?
is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Oh, explain that Rivellon's history is the battle between Source and the Void, good and evil, light and darkness.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Often fond of the nature of the gods, but you don't have any.
Welcome.
Biggie, thank you for that follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else?
How dare you
Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Why are you so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off.
All right, fine.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly, deathly allergical.
They long and take her arm with the grand, tell the truth, and they must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else.
I forgot about that. Oh, this is great.
What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Say that's true enough. Shake her hand. Lo say, you presume?
You presume right.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Ah, that's because she knows anything about the murder that don't happen on board.
Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Huh, okay. Tell you ought to have a look around with you. I can watch each other's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Don't remember much about that.
Name? Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
Well, you one of them? A Divine Order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
And by hearing.
The ship, of course.
Quiet and listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The ship's moaning like a sick man.
Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
It's got him so excited.
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Knows his directions.
Pardon my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
About reaching Fort Joy.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Cock an eyebrow. If he's hatching an escape plan, you want
He
in.
continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and
Oh, sad.